Good morning or good afternoon, I guess.
So happy Friday. What are you doing today?
I'm chelating, as a matter of fact. I am back on my protocol. I am taking ALA every 3 hours around the clock for 23 doses.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
it's
How
exhausting.
how are the birds?
Oh, the birds are doing great. They're happy. They're happy to be a threesome. I was going to get a fourth one, but they like being a threesome, so they're staying threesomes.
Nice. Speaking of birds, so Jasmine is somewhere with the birds.
I'm in Nebraska on the Platte River. Audubon was streaming live the migration of sandhill cranes earlier this year, and I just got glued to their takeoff and coming home every morning and evening. It's amazing. There's like anywhere from 50,000 to 100,000 cranes that came through there. They're deafening to listen to. And you've got all these guys, look at these guys. They're like 50,000 of these things landing at one time. They never run into each other. They never collide midair. I mean, we should study these guys. It's amazing. It's
That's
just,
cool.
yeah.
And let's see, is I don't see Barb, so maybe she'll join us. So happy Friday, and so I'm back to my rock and roll cat shirt. I got to rotate them. So here's my, it looks pretty close to my cat, and here's kind of one of my other cats. So this week I have to tell you a cat story to get us started. So Beamer, the one that I just pointed to on this side, the fluffy gray cat. So we went to get a nail trim, and it's always an adventure, just to capture them and everything. So he's laying in the sun on the bed, and I get the laundry basket because the cat carrier, forget about that. So I get this laundry basket. It's really tall. It's a hamper, really. It's a hamper with a lid, and they can see out of it. And so I can open the lid and just put it next to the bed, and then just like whoop, boom, and otherwise it's not going to happen. So I was so proud of myself. I mean, he didn't know what hit him. He was just laying in the sun one minute, and I come in to pet him, and the next thing he's like, "Whoa, where am I?" So we get to the place, and and he's a super sweet cat, but they just don't like their paws touched. And in the future, next kitties I get, I'm just going to touch their paws all the time so that they get used to it. So we get there, and they take him in the back, and they're back there for a long time. And I'm thinking, I know they're busy. They're probably just busy, right? So they come back and they said, we can't even get him out of here because he's growling and hissing and is ferocious. And so I'm thinking, really? This cat? So, I mean, I know he doesn't like it, but anyway, I think that they got him riled up. And so they said, you know what? You're going to have to go home and bring him back another time, and we'll gas him and do it then. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, every 2 months I'm going to have to gas my cat for a nail trim. So the funny thing is, the lady says, oh, be real careful when you get him home because he's stirred up. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, he doesn't look stirred up to me. But anyway, I brought him home and let him out, and he was fine. So now every time he does something particularly cute, which is most of the time, because he's a big, fluffy, easygoing guy, he's laying down in the sun, and I tell my mom, I go, look at that ferocious beast we have, isn't he ferocious? He's on he's got a big red X on his file at the vet now, because he's ferocious. So anyway, we call him Ferocious Fluffy or Mr. Ferocious or Mr. Fluffy Ferocious or whatever. He's got a new nickname. But that was my story. So then yesterday it was Kamikaze's turn. And she's pretty spunky and little, and she can run fast and jump high. And 2 days ago, I had an appointment. So I'm thinking I'm going to be all, move the laundry basket into the kitchen and just, scoop her up when she's eating or whatever. And she knew. She was on high alert. So I was like, well, it ain't going to happen today. So I had to call him. Sorry, I'm not coming. And so then the next day, which was yesterday, I made the appointment again. And I was successful in capturing her. And I'm thinking, I hope she doesn't come out with, a ferociousness or anything, but she just turns into a floppy wet rag when she's in there, because she just gives up. She's just like, okay, I know I can't fight, I can't run, I don't know where I am. So, and then they brought her out and they go, she's so sweet, she's just so easy. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, I got one problem child and one like perfect little angel. If they only knew at home it's the other way around. Kamikaze's the little spitfire, and Beamer's just like chill, laying on his belly. So anyway, cats, that was what we did this week. So I sent you some homework. I love that the Rowloff boys sent out that list again, and there's some great stuff on there. So I sent you the homework yesterday of the 3 that I'd like to at least start to tackle today. And I think they're really great because they have audio with them. And I slowed the audio down, and that's what I sent you, was the slowed down version. I can slow it down further, but there's a point where it's slowed so far that it just doesn't have the groove anymore. So what I'd like to do is start with the triplety one, but this is not the one we did before. This is a triplety one that's written more for buckets. I can't remember if the other one, I think the other one might have been for buckets or for snare. It's similar but different, so I thought we'd start with it. I think the music might be similar, the audio. So pull up the Easy Triplet Blues, and I will pull up my, and share my screen just in case, but it might be too small for you, but we'll try to look at it here and talk it through and play it. Okay, so I'm going to stand up here, get my bucket oriented properly, and we will tackle this. And I think it's very doable and it'll be fun. So I'm going to put my bucket on my chair. I guess kind of like that usually looks pretty good. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me well, you can see me well. Let's just talk about the notation. So the very first measure, so this measure, I'll circle it right here, has, this middle line here. That's usually our snare line, and on bucket, that's going to be our top. And then you notice this one's up a space and this one's down a space. And it's more of a kind of like square, not rounded looking thing if you look carefully. And so what that's meant to be is the right side of the bucket is this one right here, the one that's on the top space. And then this space here is going to be the left side of the bucket. So that first measure would be like top, top, side, side. And they tell you that they want right, left, right, left. So let's just play that a few times. So hopefully you have something you can play on. And so it's going to be top, top, side, side. 1, 2, here we go. Top, top, side, side. Okay, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Next measure, we have 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1. So if we were just to play the rhythm all on the top, kind of slow, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1. And if you don't like to say 2 triplet, you could say blueberry. So 1, blueberry, 3, blueberry, 1. Or just blueberry toast, you could say. You could say toast, blueberry, toast, blueberry, toast. So that's the rhythm. But let's put it, first, well, let me give you a chance to play that a few times on the top. So let's play it over and over. 1, 2, here we go. Toast, blueberry, toast, blueberry, toast. 2, once again. Toast, blueberry, toast, blueberry, toast. Now we're going to put it where it belongs. So that first part, all of this, is going to be on the top. And then we do this part, starting with the left hand, on the sides. So we're going to be top and the sides. 1, 2, here we go. Toast, blueberry, toast, blueberry, toast. 2, once again. Toast, blueberry, toast, blueberry, toast. All right, not too bad. So we put those two measures together. Then we kind of continue on the side. We're on measure 3. There's a little 3 there. It's going to go side, side, top, top. So if we put those 3 measures together, let's see what happens. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Toast, blueberry toast, blueberry toast. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too terrible. Measure number, and the good news about this one is it's pretty slow. It's blues. It's kind of slow. Now we've got these little X's in measure 4 here. Those are going to be stick clicks. So we're just going to click our sticks together. So we've got 1 triplet 2, or you could say blueberry toast. And then we're going to do the same thing on the side. Blueberry toast. Let's try just that measure. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry toast. Blueberry toast. 1, 2, once again. Blueberry toast, blueberry toast. I believe that's, now that I look at that, because they have rights and lefts, I got that wrong. They're not stick clicks. They are rims. Rims. Because otherwise, if we were doing stick clicks, we wouldn't really have a right, left. So they want that on the rim. I think if it's above the lines, then those are stick clicks. So, and their notation is pretty consistent among their bucket pieces. Depending on who's writing bucket pieces, they always have the legend, and you want to look at the legend to see what their notation, they slightly different. But yeah, that is rim. So rim is the front of your bucket. So let me do that one again. Measure 4. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry toast, blueberry toast. So it's rim, side, 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 side. So if we do the whole first line, 1, 2, here we go. Okay, shall we try it one more time just for fun? 1, 2, here we go. Okay, pretty straightforward. We are on A. So this is where there's our stick click. I knew there was some kind of X. It's above. So these are on the line. These are above the line, and there's no rights and lefts. That's how we know it's a stick click. So this measure is just going to go toast, blueberry toast, click. 1, 2, here we go. Okay. Next measure, we've got blueberry toast, toast. And this last toast, we've got the right side of the bucket and the left side of the bucket together. So it's going to be like this. Okay, so we've got top, 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 rim, sides together. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry toast, toast. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry toast, toast. Okay, not too bad. Measure 7, we have another toast together, and then blueberry right side of the bucket. So 1, 2, here we go. Toast, blueberry toast, rest. Then we do the same thing, or similar, not exactly the same, but we've got the same kind of concept. We've got blueberry toast, toast, and this is going to be top, 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 side, side. Number 8, measure 8. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry toast, toast, rest. Now, what if we played from the beginning till where we just ended? The first 2 lines. And no matter what happens, just try to find your spot, or, you can always just click your sticks, dance, smile, look happy, play along, because that happens in music. And, you make mistakes, but you gotta recover. It's the recovery that is important, and having fun. 1, 2, here we go. rest, rest. And I had a little flub somewhere up in there, measure 2 to 3. So let's do that again. 1, 2, here we go. Rest, rest. Okay, mostly good. Jumping down to B. All right, B, we've got blueberry, 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 blueberry. So it's top, 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 rim, 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 top, 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 top. 2, here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1, 2. Once again, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. Now we're measure 10. We have a 1 side, 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 side. 1, 2, measure 10. 1, 2, da, 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 da. All right, so they're just playing around with these triplets. It's either a quarter note or a triplet. It's just a matter. The hard part is where. So, in the beginning, you might want to play everything just on the top until you get the rhythms and the rights and the lefts. But ideally, you want to put it where it belongs because it sounds different. The rim is high-pitched, the top is a little lower-pitched, the sides, again, and the click, plus it looks cool and looks different. So if we go to, where are we? Measure 11, we've got a rest, click, click. So that's not too hard. And then measure 12 is just, on the sides. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Rest. So what if we started at B and did that whole line? 1, 2. Here we go. Rest. Rest. One more time. 1, 2. Here we go. Rest. 2, 3. Rest. Okay, now, gonna get a little fancy at C. We've got the first little part is the right hand is on the side, left hand is on the top. Now this is where we're going to kind of do this sort of thing. We're going to start like this and go like this. So the right hand is, so 2 hands are moving. Like in the past, either both our hands moved kind of together. This time, we're going to start with the right hand on the side, left hand on the top, and then we switch to where we're going to end up with our left hand over here. And they're not really telling us exactly how. They want our right hand over here and our left hand over here and then the right hand on the top. But those other little notes, they're not really helping us. So let's try to figure it out. So measure 13. The first part is pretty straightforward, that it's going to be blueberry. Then we have to somehow we could do right, left, left, which is kind of tricky. So, right, left, 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 left is kind of hard. So I would suggest, and they didn't help us here, that those two that aren't these two right here are both rights or left rights. So let's try doing them both rights. We might not like being them rights because we have to go from the right here to the right here, which is, but usually our right hand is a little faster. Now if we did it right, left, right, then we could get our left hand over here. And that's probably what they really wanted, and they should have helped us. Because otherwise, it's like, especially if you're playing with a group, if one person's doing one sticking and one's doing another, it's going to look like they're messing up, even though they might be playing the same thing in the same place, but with the wrong hand. So let's actually make this a left and this a right. And why? Because this one was a right, and to go right, right is kind of fast, switching from side top, especially if this was faster. And if I went, and made this one a left, that's too close to that one. It's going to be like, left, left, which is hard to do. So we're going to make this left, right. So it kind of makes sense. So if we go slow, I'm 13, it would be 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. So we're going like this to like this. Let's do that again. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Because it's nice and smooth. If we had to play it fast, I'm just going like this. Okay, let's do that a few times. Slow. 1, 2, here we go. Rest. Rest. And if we even break it down further, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. So let's just do 1 triplet. Ready, go. 1 triplet, and then we're going to move our hands. We're going to bring the right hand up and go 2 triplet, 3. 2 triplet, 3. So let's do that whole thing kind of slow. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. So that's going to be a little tricky measure, and I would probably write that in on my music because I'm going to want to remember that. So that's going to be left, right, which is not what you normally would have done there. Now the next measure, measure 14, is similar to that. We've got a left, right, left. That's the easy part. And then if I go, this one makes more sense. Right, left, because again, most people are right-handed, so that one flows a little bit better. So let's try that one kind of slow. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. So I'm starting here, and I'm going here. So it's like this and like this. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. So those are going to be kind of the most complicated measures probably in the whole song because they're just a little weird. And feel free to interrupt me if you have questions or anything. Now 15 is pretty easy. It's just we're on the top, we're on the rim, we're on the top, we're on the sides. And it's all blueberry, 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 or 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Let's try it. 1, 2, here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So we start with the right hand, start with the left hand, the right hand, and the left hand, which is our normal triplet. So let's do it again. 1, 2, here we go. Blueberry, 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 and we would end on the 1, which makes sense. So we get to keep going in 16. We're on the side still. And we've got side, 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 rim, rim. Now this is a little bit tricky too. They don't tell us these two. Do I do a right, left? Do I do a right, right? Do I do a left, left? Help me out. So naturally, we would want to do this, left, right, because this triplet started with the right hand, so this triplet, they alternate, would start with the left hand, and that's probably, they're assuming we're going to know that, left, right. So I would have written that in to help us that we're going to come up here and go left, right. So I'm going to write that one in on my music too, just to help so that we know our stickings. So that measure 16 is going to go right, left, right, side, 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 rim, rim, top, top, blueberry, blueberry, or blueberry toast, I guess. So blueberry, blueberry toast. So that one, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, boom, is how that one's going to go. Let's try measure C to the end. So C, that whole line of C. Kind of slow with that trickiness happening. Let's see, and I'm going to read off my music, not my screen. 1, 2, here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Rest. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. rest. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3. Rest. I'd say that's the trickiest part in the whole song. Let's look at D. So D is not hard at all. It might look crazy and difficult, but it's basically pretty standard when you're doing triplets, because when we do triplets, we oftentimes accent the first one. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. And all we're doing is we're putting those accents on the side, top, top, side, top, top, side, top, top, side. So it looks fancy and tricky, but we're used to, when we play triplets, it's kind of natural to accent the first one. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And here all they're doing is putting the accents on the side, 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 side. And then we do the same thing in 18, except for where we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks fancy and, you know, that kind of a thing. But it's really not too terrible once you get used to 1 triplet. So a good exercise is just to play triplets and think of, you know, like blueberry, 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 right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. And then we're just going blue, 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 and then blue, 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 blue. Okay, so that might feel a little weird at first, but it's really not too terrible. 19, yay, something easy. 1 triplet, 2, 3 triplet, 4. So it's just top, 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 rim, top, 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 rim. Then we've got a rest, side, 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 side. Okay, not too bad. Let's try D, the whole line. 1, 2, here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. 1 triplet, 2, 3 triplet, 4. Rest. 1 triplet, da, 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 da. 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. All the way down to E. Woo! Now E is straight triplets on the top, but we have accents. So if we were to just play that straight, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. Boring, right? So they want, so it's 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. So your accent, and the way to make your accents pop is play everybody quiet. So let's start with quiet, straight triplets, no accents. 1, 2, here we go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. Now what we want to do is 1 triplet, that's the first one. 2 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. We just want to accent the ones that are accented, the ones that have the little, you know, greater than sign. And this might take a minute, but the rhythm of it is, you know, ba 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 da ba ba da. So let's try that kind of slow. 1, 2, here we go. And at first, just play straight triplets. Until you kind of hear it enough times, it probably with the music is going to make better sense, because probably we're playing along with what they're playing along. Now we've got something that we've kind of seen before. This is a lot like measure D up here. It's basically just like 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. We've kind of seen something similar to that. And then measure 23 is we've got the 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, and then we've got 1 triplet, 2, da 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 da, boom boom. So those last two, we come up on the top. So we're side, 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 top, top. So that little part, ready, go. Side, 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 top, top. So that ends with a, you know, on top. So it's doable, maybe not in one run from top to bottom, but let's just try maybe part of it. Maybe we'll start and just do the beginning to B. Let's try the first 2 lines with the music. So let me pull up the music, which is down here somewhere. Oh, that's Bucket Mania. That'll be our next thing we try. Okay, where is it? It is right. Okay, well, let's go back up here. Bucket Triplet Blues. Okay, and we're going to do it at the tempo I sent you, which should be... Oh, I didn't slow this one down because it was already slow. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, let's see if I can stop it. Where is my iTunes? Oh, come on. Sorry guys. Stop. Okay, so it's hard to have these both open. I need a bigger screen. All right, so how did that go from the beginning to B? Not too bad. Should we do that again with the tune?
That first part's fine. It's when they start throwing in accents. I want to play all the accents with my right hand.
Okay. Okay,
that
yeah.
me up.
Let's do that again. Let's try the beginning to maybe B or something. And let me try and move this over so it's not blocking the screen too much. Okay, here we go. From the beginning to, let's get it right there, to maybe B.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so that wasn't too terrible. Let's see if we can go on. We are now at B. Let's do B to C, right where we are right here in the music. I gotta go back just a tad bit. All right, actually, let me move this over. Let's just do the beginning all the way to maybe C, where it gets kind of funky. So the beginning to C.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, that wasn't too bad. So B flows pretty well. So we are up to C. Let me see if I can move this down. I'm going to go back just a tad bit, and we're going to try to jump in at C. So we're a little before C. I'll try to count you off. I was a little bit, I need a little more, I believe. Let's go back just a little more. See if we can figure out where we are. I think that's it right there. All right, that's going to be hard to jump in there. Let's just start at the beginning and see if we can get all the way down to through D. From the beginning through D. If I can get it all on the page at once. Yeah. Okay. And this is how you would practice it, you know. Chunk it. Play the beginning. Play it with the music. You know, I always try to play like we just did. That was the process. Measure by measure. Do the first measure. You know, well, even before that. What's on count 1? What's on count 2? What's on count 3? Get the first measure. Okay, what's in the second measure? Count 1, count 2. Put those two measures together. Do the first line. You know, it's a process. And then do the whole thing without music. Or then listen to the music and air it. You know, you don't just like usually at the beginning like this, sight read it down, you know, especially when it's got these different where locations, you know, it's you could be a good sight reader, but like where is that? You know, I could play it on one surface, but if I have to move it around, same thing with like tenors. It's, you know, you play it always on one thing and then move it around, because that's the hard part, is differentiating, you know, where am I and what hand should it be, and all of that. But let's just see if we can take it from A, B, C through D, pretty much. All right, here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That too. So a couple places threw me off. Like one was D. That's a little tricky. And then something happened up, I think it was around second measure C, you know. Rest. Rest. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on there. So, you know, the more familiar you are with the tune over and over and over, then you don't have to read it so hard. But it's got a really cool little vibe. Let's maybe just try the whole thing and see what happens. And then as you go through, like what I just did, remember where the flub was. And then go back to it. Oh, 15, there was a problem somewhere in there. You know, I was in the wrong location, but I tried to keep the rhythm, or whatever it might be, and fix it. You know, each time if you go back and fix one thing, it gets better, and you don't want to let it frustrate you. You just want to, like, you know, tackle it like a puzzle, like a problem. And then ultimately you don't have to think so hard and read so hard. It's just like you kind of memorize and know where you're going. So let's try it from the top and see what happens. Let's see if I can get it mostly on the screen. I think some of this is blocked for me. Okay, I think I can. Oh, I still can. I can't have you guys. Okay. I might drop out at the end. I might have to stop. Try to get the whole thing on the screen because y'all are blocking it a little bit, your faces. I guess I can make that go away. Hide. Oh, I don't get to see you now. Okay, I don't see you, but I can see the music. And I think I can get to this. Yay. Here we go. And have fun. Uh-oh. Oh, I guess I gotta click the tune again. Click the tune, not that one. Here we go. This is the one I want. I want Triplet Blues. Maybe. Come on. There we go.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's interesting that the song is going longer. Wow. Something's up with that. Do I have the right soundtrack? Huh. So, interesting. That's the soundtrack I had going with that. And there were places where it didn't really seem like it fit necessarily. But I think I had...
We're just missing the top line when we started a line early.
We started oh, no wonder. Thank you.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Good. I wondered because the music wasn't really syncing up exactly. So yeah, you're right. We had that whole intro line that we couldn't see. I wonder if I can make this a tiny bit smaller. So okay. Maybe I can get the whole thing on the screen. Hopefully you all have it printed or can see it bigger. Let's do that again. I hate ending like that. That was, hey, but we kept it going no matter what, which is the show must go on. I wondered because it wasn't syncing up exactly. I'm like, maybe they just, I don't know, have this random soundtrack and tried to put it together and it doesn't really fit. Okay, let's do it again. The whole thing. Sorry about that.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That makes better sense. That fit pretty well. How'd it go for people? Nice. There was one flub in there. I can't remember exactly where it was. I did something. We still have a little time. Let's run it again. And then next week, or in 2 weeks, we maybe can start with this. And I'd like to tackle the other two that I think are really doable for us are the two that I sent you, the Bucket Mania, which I know we've never done that one. That one's got some pretty cool stuff in it. And the Bucket Rock. That one's really fun. And I've slowed it down a bit because the original is like at 152, which is pretty fast. But I think those are very doable as well. And this will give us time to look these over and play through them. But let's run it one last time before we call it a day. Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Better. Okay, and each time it should get easier and better, and so send me if you have questions or problems or areas, or if you like this. I think this is really doable. I know people like triplets, and it's slow enough and it's bluesy enough, And if you hate it, you can just play along and dance and smile or click, click, or make up your own triplet, blueberry, blueberry. But wherever you want to do it, it will fit this song. So if you stick with blueberries, triplets and quarter notes, you can do whatever you want, really. Just play along, make up your own thing. You don't have to do what they're doing, but it's kind of fun, and they've got some cool rhythms. So I hope you have a great weekend. Send me emails, questions, issues, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks, and we will maybe start with this. We'll just try to run it, maybe, and then tackle maybe another one. So I think it's, hopefully it's fun for you, and, have a good weekend, and stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.